This, ladies and gentlemen, is actually the beginning of the video. I cannot believe I just ranted, well, not ranted, but I rambled. That's more appropriate. I rambled for a good, probably 7-8 minutes, and looked down and, whoa, dude, you didn't even press the record button. So I spent all this time talking about what I wanted to do and da-da-da-da-da, but there was no recording. Yeah, so I'm awesome like that. So let's start again. So, previously, I have shown you guys the inside of my car, and that's pretty entertaining. The up of my nose, that's also very entertaining. I'm just going to reveal everything in this series of videos. I'm going to do some weight loss. Going to do performance tracking. Performance tracking, is that the right word? I want to get back into running shape. That's what I want to say. But I do have challenges with shin splints. So I'm lucky that I work for a university, and I came across the cross-country coach as I was getting ready to go over to the gym and get on the treadmill and be a treadmill slave because it's hot outside. And luckily I ran into him because he told me, no, Mr. G, don't get on the treadmill. Treadmill's bad for you. You want to just walk on the street. In fact, if you could find gravel, that's the best. And I'm thinking, dude, that's like dusty and gross, and I don't know if I want to do that. But I did heed his warning, and I did not go to the gym. I just walked around outside, so I guess I'm going to be sweating like a pig all summer long, trying to get this thing done. My goal is to get into running shape, also to lose weight. I am officially a fat cow of embarrassment. I weigh more than I've ever weighed ever in my entire life, and I'll put up the thing. I'll do like an overlay so you guys can snicker and laugh at me and go, oh my god, he's huge. Another one of my goals is to stop drinking soda. You didn't hear the first time, so you'll get to hear the abbreviated version of the non-recorded that I thought I was recording. At any rate, I am trying to pretty seriously stop drinking soda. I went 2.5 days, and then I had a late night where I stayed up gaming all night, and that was a bad thing. So I ended up drinking soda the next day. Had my typical 220-ounce bad boys of Diet Coke. Yeah, and then this morning I succumbed to marketing and had something called a Pepsi Fire, which is retarded, and I kick myself for doing it, and I hate it, and I'm sorry. Please forgive me. So at any rate, that's what I had that, but I've not consumed any more soda, nor have I had the desire to drink the soda. So I don't know if it's maybe I need to get like a taste in the morning or something and then move on. But I kicked myself for drinking the soda today. The other day, I was hating life. I was exhausted, and I'm not a coffee drinker, so I had to resort to the soda. I didn't have to, but I chose to. Also, some goals for this video series is I want to tell all. So you're going to see all my weight, my body shape, how it looks, all the dimensions, like how much is the circumference of his neck. I wonder how big his lack of biceps are. Are they huge? No, they're not huge, but they're awesome. Yeah, I totally can defeat my 8-year-old son. I can crush him. What else? And also the pitfalls, like I said, like succumbing to the soda. You know, if I am stupid and eat fast food, which I'm trying not to do. I think that's my biggest setback in life is after moving into this house, as nice as the house is, I'm constantly exposed to my mother telling me, here's my card, just go out and get me something to eat. And I'm like, I have all this food, I'll just cook you something. And then when I'm feeling lazy, which for a long while there, for a good year, every day I was like, oh sure, I'll just go out and get something easy. It'd be totally easy to go get barbecue, or totally easy to go to Jack in the Box and get a bacon cheeseburger. Oh my god. So at any rate, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to eat all healthy, non-processed foods, hopefully. increased my vegetable intake by 1 billion%, considering that fast food has 0.0 vegetables typically, aside from, what do I get, fried okra? That's not, for those people who do not know what fried okra is, if you're not exposed to the world of fried okra, you should find it and try it. It's quite tasty. It's the equivalent of like fried zucchini, if you're into that at all. Fried okra is very similar to that and is quite tasty. It's little nuggets of yummy, but of course it's bad for you. So, what else do I got on this list? I want to talk about like all the tech that I use. So, like everything from the Apple Series 2 watch that I use for Nike Run Club throughout the day when I'm at work, because I'm not going to carry around this big old honkin' Phoenix 3. I use this for when I go to the gym, and I use that training thing that I pay way too much money for that I need to stop paying for. The Phoenix 3. I actually want to upgrade this bad boy to that Phoenix 5X, I think it is. The only thing is I probably won't, because I don't want to spend $1,000 for a watch. So if I said if I could run 1,000 times, then I'll make it $1 each use. Then maybe I will consider upgrading. Scosche. This is another tool that I use. I use this in conjunction with my with these two guys together. This pushes the heart rate. I think I'm supposed to be able to sync it with my watch, and it didn't want to sync for some reason. I don't know if I wasn't doing it. Well, obviously I wasn't doing it correctly, because it says it has Bluetooth capabilities, and this has Bluetooth capabilities. So, but when I did, I got it to sync, but then when I started trying to use it on the phone, on my watch, so I had another one that the case broke off of. I had to get it replaced. Once it would sync and I would turn on Nike Run Club to do the exercise, it wouldn't track the heart rate. Even though this was on and it says it was synced, it wouldn't do it. So I'm hesitant to sync this thing back up. I would like to go to one device, because this device, as awesome as it is, it's bulky and it requires you to charge frequently, and I like to use my Apple Watch. It does better with notifications than this guy. This guy does great with notifications, but for some reason, this guy, I can't turn off the notifications, and it gets to be annoying as all get out. So like if I'm at the gym and I'm like working out, and let's say it says, hey, it's time to make breakfast for tomorrow, because my exercise class starts at 7 and it goes to 8. So between 7 and 8, I used to have hey, it's time to make breakfast for tomorrow. And it'd be a ding, 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 ding going off on my wrist every 5 seconds, and I couldn't make it stop. So I had to disconnect the notifications on this thing to get it to work right. But with the Apple Watch, it marries nicely with the calendar and Apple, and I sync that to my Google Calendar, and it's all love and joy and all that kind of good stuff. At any rate, the other thing that I want to do is I erroneously purchased, I shouldn't say erroneously, I purchased without any research, which is a bad thing. Anybody who is a software developer knows, dude, you cannot do anything without following any type of processes. And the first thing is to research what you're talking about. Say, hey, I have a need, and let's research how do we get to that need. I did not do that when I purchased a camera. A friend of mine at work, who's my director, he said, hey, I've got this Sony Nex 5 or a Nex 5, or I don't know what it's called. I'll give it to you. Well, not give it. I'll sell it to you for $200. And I looked online, and people were selling it for like $275. And he was going to give me. He did give me 2 lenses, and it came with some memory, and it came with the battery, and a little carry case thing. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. And at the time, I got it because my kids were saying, hey, Dad, we want to do a YouTube channel, and we want to become awesome gamers and do our stuff. And so I thought, well, that'd be cool. Have a camera that you can, set up and record. And I had no clue what was all involved in that. At any rate, I've talked to my significant other, and she has suggested that's not the camera. It could be, but you can't hook up an external boom mic. I don't know if that's the right term. The microphone, evidently all cameras, the mics blow chunks. So you want to do an external mic, and then you want to be able to modify the gain and all that kind of good stuff. But with the X5, I guess it's old enough that it doesn't really have any attachments, and the mics that are external that are supposed to work with it are just as bad as the actual one. So we started looking today to see, and yeah, the one that I want is lots and lots of money. I wanted a smaller camera, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I think I'm going to have to go with like that huge DSLR version, like a Canon D80. I looked at the Canon D80s and thought that's what I wanted, and then I was looking at reviews or not reviews, but what other people who are vlogging say, hey, I like this, and da 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 da. And a lot of people are switching evidently from Canon to Sony, and so I was like, well, what are they switching to? And they said the Sony A7S2. And I don't know if that's the right model number, but that's what I'm going to use. If it's wrong, I'm sorry, dudes. That's how it is. There's even an A9 now. But when I looked at B&H, which is a big photography go-to place, they wanted like $2,900 for the camera and one lens, and I can get a whole kit for the D80, and I think it's like $1,300, and that's even more. So I'm even thinking about even going older school and doing maybe like what was the one we were looking at? I wrote it down. I didn't write it down. I typed it down. I was told to type this down. T5i 700D. I can get like the whole freaking thing for like $600, and that's going to be good for me. I'm not trying to be Joe Pro videographer guy. I just want to have some fun with this, and my kids, they want to have some fun, and I don't want to feel like, hey, I just broke the bank trying to do this. So if I can get the whole thing for $500, talking 2 thumbs up, boys and girls. So let's see here. The gains and losses, we already talked about that. The strategies. Let's talk strategy real quick because we're already at 12 minutes. I want to keep this lesson 15. So I'm going to start talking really fast. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just slow it down. My first phase that I'm going to use, this may not be the best phase. I don't know. I don't care. This is what I'm doing. And that's to every day do 5 miles. So today I did 5 miles at the worst time of day. I did it starting at 2 and ended at 3:45. No, actually, maybe I started it later. Anyway, I ended it like at 4:30. It's hotter than hot outside right now. I was sweating, and even though I'm walking, I'm like, whoa, it's kind of toasty. So 5 miles a day for 30 days straight, and then I'm going to up that to the interval. So I'll do run, walk, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, back and forth, and I'll start that probably, and I hate to say this, but like 1 mile, and then do that for a week, and then 2 miles, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then get to the point where I can run non-stop for a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles. And then when I get there, then I'll hit the 6 miles, and then I'll be good to do 10Ks again. But I don't want shin splints anymore. I'm freaking tired of that, dealing years and years with that. And based off of what that guy was telling me, the cross-country coach, I think it was because I was getting on to the treadmill and then doing stuff running on the road too, and that's like a bad thing to do. So we're going to do that. But after the first week of just doing the walking for 5 miles, I'm going to incorporate body weight exercises. So things like push-ups, sit-ups, lunges, burpees. What else do I have on there? Just the basic stuff. I've got I think it's Runtastic. I paid, I don't know, $50 for a year ago or whatever, and they gave me like this exercise plan that has all like that kind of stuff in it. So I will do that, or I can even get that stuff for free online. There used to be something that had a whole bunch of PDFs, and they had a whole 90-day fitness thing. I could do that, and then after that, then I'm going to go back to the gym after that week where I'm doing the exercise, like the body weight exercise. I will go ahead and hit back to the gym and suck it up and be embarrassed because I'm disgustingly huge. So at this point, I've talked about being huge a few times, and somehow I'm going to be able to slip in my measurements. I don't know if I'm ready to show my body. I know I said I was going to reveal all, but right now I don't really have a whole lot of body showing time. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm supposed to pick up my kids. Let me see here. after the game we can take the kids to your house, or meet at Chick-fil-A at 20, close to 8, or a little after. We're going to meet at Chick-fil-A. You know why? Because they're going to want to come into the house and look at the house. And I'm embarrassed to say this, my house is not in a shape to be sharing the inside of my house. You can look at the outside, it's perfectly trimmed, it's perfect, but the inside, the kitchen's messy, and I just don't feel like dealing with that. So we're actually over by 17 seconds, so I'm going to say thanks for watching. There's going to be more stuff that's going to come every week. I would like to get where I can increase the amount of recordings that I do, and do them like each time, like, hey, here's all the meals I did for today. I did that one where I filmed it real quick. I think probably I'm going to do like a collage and just use Adobe products and create like a collage of, hey, here's all the meals for the day, and just have ownership of the meals, and then do talk through about, hey, this tasted like yuck or whatever. I don't know. I'll figure something out, and it'll have it'll have meals, the exercise, and how I felt, and maybe weight measurements, that kind of stuff. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm always open for suggestions, and I apologize for tapping. One of the other things I need to get, if I'm going to use this microphone for a while, is get an arm that hooks up the side. That way you don't hear this. Yeah, that's all the tapping and clicking and all that kind of good stuff. At any rate, have an awesome day or night or whenever it is you're watching this, and stay strong, stay focused, don't lose sight. Let's do this together. I'm all about it. And so I want everyone to have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.